A very warm welcome to all of you. I'm Meha Bhardwaj-Alter and we're getting you the latest from the IPL. There's already a game on in Lucknow. Well, at the moment it has been delayed, but not before Lucknow Super Giants were asked to bat first. MS Dhoni won the toss against Chennai Super Kings. This was the game. MS Dhoni won the toss, asked Lucknow Super Giants to bat first, and Dhoni would have said thank you to Lucknow because those were exactly the kind of conditions that CSK would have liked. So 125 for 7 is what Lucknow has scored in 19.2 overs before rain stopped play. That's where we are in the first game, but we're also setting up the second game of the day, which will be played between Punjab Kings and Mumbai Indians. What can we expect from that game? Both these teams have been successful in chasing 200 plus runs in their last games. PBKS beat Chennai Super Kings off the last ball, while Mumbai Indians, they stunned Rajasthan with Tim David hitting 3 sixes in the last over to take his team home. Which team will come on top tonight? We're going to set that game up. What are the predictions? I have Jamie Alter and Kushan Sarkar to preview this game for us. Let me get straight into it, gentlemen. This is a big match because both these teams now are in a position where they need to start winning everything, and these two teams have similar kind of problems. Jamie, let me begin with you. Their batting has been good in the tournament. It's the bowling which has been so inconsistent that more often than not, they're not able to win matches due to the kind of bowling they have.
Absolutely spot on. If you talk about Punjab, it's pretty much been Arshdeep Singh and then some supporting players. Rahul Chair has been a massive disappointment. I think they would have expected a lot more wickets, especially given his scale and the variety of wickets that Punjab have been playing on. Sam Curran, to my mind, has been a colossal letdown. 18.5 crores, most expensive player. He's played more matches than he's gotten wickets. Batting has been decent, but his bowling has been a real letdown. The economy is high, the strike rate is high, the average is high. And then with, bits and players not doing the job, Kagiso Rapara starting very late in the season. Yeah. It's been a real disappointment. And then you look at the batting, it's pretty much been Shikhar Dhawan in the first half. Then he was unfortunately ruled out for 3-4 matches. He wasn't there. The big names just haven't stepped up, and that's why you see Punjab not where they would want to be. That said, they've still got 10 points, two more than Mumbai Indians, but absolutely batting and bowling problems on both sides.
So continuing with that conversation, Mumbai Indians batting last match. Once again, we saw what Mumbai batting can do. Tim David hitting those 3 sixes. He's already been compared to Curran Pollard. Kushan, big shoes to fill. Curran Pollard, we know, was a legend really for Mumbai Indians in the way he helped them win championships before. But that's a role that Tim David can really fit into from what we've seen so far. That's a perfect role for him, and he's got the game to fit into that role.
No, absolutely, Meha, because he has been groomed for that role for the past 2 years. He came into the team last year. Mumbai Indians got him last year. He played a few matches, and this year he's settling down. And then this will be your core: Tilak Verma, Tim David, Cam Green, and Dewald Bravis probably. And then when he gets the chance, another phenomenal talent. That will be a batting core in some years to come, and along with Surya Kumar Yadav, who is also going to his 31. 32, so he'll be hanging around for another at least 3-4 years. I believe that will be the core for the next 5 years, and Mumbai Indians will have good things happening for them. Only thing is that how good their bowling attack will be balanced, like how much they will get the services of Jasprit Bumrah going into the future. Obviously, IPL is such a big tournament. Jasprit Bumrah, once he gets fit, will not be missing IPL. He will probably be foregoing one of the formats. He cannot play 3 formats. His body won't allow him to play 3 formats. He has to forego 1 format. And obviously, T20 will be the top priority list. And now with so many ICC tournaments and an ICC World Cup every 2 years, you expect Jasprit Bumrah to play. So with this 4 core and Jasprit Bumrah, and if Jofra Archer gets fit, and what we're hearing, the world cricket and the kind of a round-the-year deal, and Jofra could be one of those players. And with
Sure.
Mumbai Indians having multiple franchises, so there are a lot of things that will go in favor of Mumbai Indians, even if it can go this year also, but it
Yeah.
will certainly
Though, though
Mumbai
this
Indians.
year you're right about the bowling and the batting, of course, has looked good, but the bowling has been a problem. But you're right. If Jasprit Bumrah comes back, Jofra Archer, if he gets back to the rhythm that we've seen him in international cricket before he got injured. But let's just specifically talk about some of the batters in Mumbai Indians, and I'm going to begin with captain Rohit Sharma. Jamie, we've discussed Rohit Sharma on our earlier shows about what really is expected of him as a batter, as an opening batter for Mumbai Indians this season. What is expected of Rohit Sharma? 184 runs at a strike rate of 132.37. I'm just going to go through the scores in his last 6 innings: 65, 20, 28, 44, 2, 3. Will MI be happy with Rohit's consistency?
Good question. No team is going to come out and say, "Ki हाँ यहाँ problem है, वहाँ problem है," because that would just be accepting a problem. And very, very few teams, in fact, no team probably has accepted any such glaring mistake. But look, Rohit Sharma, why do we keep bringing this up? Because it's Rohit Sharma we're talking about, right? Captain of India in
Yeah.
all three formats, a very successful opener in all three formats. Why then has it been 7 years that he's not crossed 450 runs? Why dare I say, have lesser skilled batsmen had far more successful seasons on a regular basis than Rohit Sharma? Probably the team requirement, maybe that's changed. Maybe Rohit himself is realizing that, with each passing year, I'm not as young and as fit as I was. Maybe
Sure.
he's tried to, play a different role. He's tried to allow others to go harder. There have been times when, several matches in a row, he himself has tried to give the team stronger starts when Ishan Kishan hasn't done well. But the results, unfortunately, do not stack up. And again, I'm putting focus on the status of Rohit Sharma. Any other batsman would not have found such criticism. And most other batsmen would be very happy with 380, 410, 420, 430. But it's
Sure.
Rohit Sharma who's now gone 7 seasons without having a breakthrough season with the bat. And while Mumbai were winning, Meha, all this, like with all winning teams, this
It
gets
doesn't
shoved
matter.
under the carpet to get team G3. But now, when you
Correct.
finish 10 out of 10 last season, when you're
Yeah.
struggling this season, and the captain, who happens to be Rohit Sharma, is not scoring runs, fingers have to be pointed at him. You cannot hide someone who looks unfit right now and is just not giving the kind of runs we expect. Again, because the status attached to his name.
Absolutely. And this was a conversation that I had with you and Anand as well. Kushan, I'm just going to fill you in. The conversation was, what is the role really for Rohit Sharma, the batter for Mumbai Indians? And what I was asking them was, is Mumbai Indians really expecting Rohit Sharma to go out and play, from the beginning till the end, because of the kind of batting that they possess? So is this the role? Because this is the role that now we see him, and this is also the cricketing philosophy that he's going by in T20 cricket, where I'm just going to go out, score at a good strike rate, even if that means it's a quick fire 30, 40 and I'm out, so be it. I have enough batting that comes after me. But having said that, should there be more from Rohit Sharma? I mean, he's Rohit Sharma.
No, obviously,
Yeah.
with Rohit Sharma, like people like Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, you expect way more. But with
Exactly.
Rohit, the thing is that he comes as a package, because he's also one of the finest captains you have seen in IPL. 5 trophies are a testimony to that. But having said that, the day of anchor batter is over. Ricky Ponting, not even less than a week back, had a press conference in Delhi, I think
Yeah.
before the Hyderabad match, and he said that the days of the anchor batter are over in IPL, and especially now that you have an impact player, it's more so it's over. You cannot bat 60, 65 balls out of the 120 and score 110. You are not expected. And with the firepower that Mumbai has in its lineup,
Yeah.
maybe Rohit is thinking, okay, fine, if I can bat 30 balls and score 70, well and good. But if I can bat 15 balls, and if I can hit 6 boundaries in that, and then I'm scoring at least a 15 ball 30 or 32, so I'm scoring at an average of 200. I am laying that platform in that power play over, because mind it, Ishan Kishan is a timer of the ball. Ishan Kishan is not a power hitter. Rohit is both a power and a timer. So he has that advantage. Ishan Kishan will never have that advantage on all days and on all surfaces. Rohit is an all-surface player. He might fail, but he's an all-surface player. So if he's scoring that 15 of 32 of 15 balls,
right,
he is giving that impetus in the power play, and then you have a Surya Kumar Yadav, which is 360 dimensional play, and then you have a Cam Green on his day, and you have seen what Team David can do, 45 of 14 balls. So you have enough firepower. You don't need to play. The moment some of the skippers are going that anchor batter way, their teams are basically not playing well. They are bungling. Hardik Pandya had to admit that the innings that he played wasn't the best of his knocks. He had to admit that, and that's the greatness of Hardik Pandya. I like him because he's chin up and he fronts up.
Absolutely.
Rahul, my problem with KL Rahul is that even when he's playing those innings where teams are losing, he doesn't own up that he's the one who has messed it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
With Hardik Pandya, and so days of anchor batter are over. And about fitness, Jamie is right. Like, you cannot have Rohit and Virat are two different body types. And you will not have what Virat's fitness is, you will not have it. Virat did it with Shankar Basu, and I can go on record that Shankar Basu's fitness regime didn't work with everyone in the Indian team. It worked with Virat. It didn't work with everyone. And as far as being cricket fit is concerned, cricket fitness or batting fitness, Rohit has that batting fitness, just like Saurav Ganguly had.
Okay, then let's move on to, you've already talked about, you mentioned there, Cricket 360, the 360-degree player, which is Surya Kumar Yadav. Jamie, at this point in the tournament, even in the last game, yes, Tim David's innings kind of overshadowed what Surya Kumar Yadav did. He scored 50. It was really a blinder of an innings, but what that showed was that he is now back in form. He's looking good. He's hitting those strokes that we've seen him hit in the past, So you almost get a sense that phase that he was in, he's out of that phase, which is good news for them in the second half of the tournament.
No, absolutely. It's good news for Mumbai Indians. It's also good news for Indian cricket, because we saw when Surya Kumar Yadav reeled off those 3 successive golden ducks in those 3 ODIs against Australia, how badly the team ended up faring, right?
Yeah.
And in a World Cup year, one-day World Cup year, yes, Surya is far from locking down his place in India's starting 11, but you need him back in form for obvious reasons. And like Kushan was just saying, when Rohit Sharma struggles, somebody else has to lift themselves up. And Ishan Kishan, I'm also holding him equally culpable as Rohit Sharma, right? There's just too much pressure on Cameron Green, on Tilak Verma, on Surya, on Tim David to try and pick up the pace, because the openers on a very regular basis are either getting out early or doing decently well in the power play, but not by the standards being set by teams like Bangalore, teams like Chennai, teams that are really doing well. Rajasthan Royals started off very, very well. Yes, they've gone off the boil as a pair, but they still have Jaiswal doing things, right? And afsos ki baat hai, but Rohit and Ishan Kishan as a pair are not doing that. So Sky getting back is massive for Mumbai Indians. And let's hope, because this is the team along with Chennai, it's got a massive fan base, right? Their fans expect nothing less than a playoff spot. And right now, 8 points, Mumbai are very, very far away from the playoffs.
Absolutely. Okay. We've also, we've opened up our chat. So if you have any questions for our guests, if you have, the team that you're supporting, we want to talk about them. Who do you think will do well today? Do put it in the comment section below. But let's now also talk about Punjab Kings. Now, unlike Mumbai Indians with big names, Punjab Kings has mostly relied on their homegrown, their Indian players, Kushan, which is good to see. Which is good to see in the way they have backed Prabh Simran. He has scored runs for them. Jitesh Sharma is another player. Arshdeep Singh, of course. Harpreet Brar, another one. So I at least like this philosophy where they're saying, look, we're Punjab Kings. We're going to get players from Punjab or nearby places. And, they've invested in those players. And some of them have been giving the results. Of course, there are other things that need to fall in place for them. Like, for example, Sam Curran needs to be doing much better than he has been for the kind of money that he's been brought in. But that's something that's nice to see.
Yes, certainly. Jitesh Sharma is my player to watch out for. And although the Indian selectors believe in continuity, me and Jamie has often talked about it earlier also, that they believe in continuity. So probably when the T20 team goes to West Indies for the 5 and USA for the 5 T20 series, after the WTC when we go to West Indies, you will probably have Jitesh Sharma, I believe, as a second wicket keeper. I believe Sanju will be the first wicket keeper in that squad, and Jitesh will be the second wicket keeper, and they will probably want to give Sanju a more decent run because Sanju has also had his share of injuries. But Jitesh Sharma for Vidarbha, if you see, he had a middling record for Vidarbha, but possibly during the trials he did well, and from there he has picked it up. He did well in Mustaq Ali, and that is why he got those trials, multiple trials with, and then he has taken it off from there in a different level, and he is doing his job absolutely to the T. So that is there. Prab Simran is another fine talent, but again, with Prab Simran, there will be certain kind of bowlers and certain kind of pitches where you'd like to see how he plays. Like he likes the ball coming onto the bat, but on the tacky surface like Ikana, how will he shape up in a surface like that? That is a thing. On a slower surface, when the ball is not coming onto the ball is gripping. How does he play? Like Ayush Badoni gave an example how to play.
Today's game.
The way today's game.
Yes.
This is as good as 100 on a good track. This innings is as good as 100. It's worth that much in terms of impact, if you see. So that is there. So Jitesh, Prab Simran, Harpreet Brar, yes, but he's not getting too many chances
he's
right
not
now.
Getting, yes.
But because at the end of the day, in the overseas slot, Sikandar Raza can bowl also, and he's far better batsman. Obviously, he's a specialist batter. So in combination, he's not probably fitting in right now. But Liam Livingstone coming in is a big plus for them, because you saw that inning. It was Liam Livingstone who actually set it up for Sikandar Raza to finish it. So and Jitesh also, obviously.
Okay, but we've I think we've also got to talk about Sam Curran and 18.5 crores. The pressure of coming for that kind of money. Jamie, how often have we seen this in IPL? You go back to previous seasons, Yuvraj Singh, one player who came in, didn't do well when he went for a lot of money. Ben Stokes, Chris Morris, there was Ishan Kishan one season, I remember. There was Harshal Patel. The pressure, I think your voice, I cannot hear you. Just unmute
Kyle
yourself.
Jamieson 2 years ago.
Kyle Jamieson as well. It just gets to
crores.
them. It is a difficult one. Nicholas Puran as well, earlier on, not this season. In one of the seasons, I remember, just struggled. Sam Curran, he's been disappointing this season.
It's unfortunate because it's such a fantastically talented player, that we watched now for 5 years at least on the international stage, right? And the time that the brief time that Sam Curran spent with CSK for that one season, he credited that as a major stepping stone, for his career. Because then he missed out one season. He was in the skybox, doing commentary on the IPL. But he says that time away and the time that I spent with MS Dhoni, it allowed me to become a better player. And how good was that better player? He was man of the tournament last year's T20 World Cup and a man of the final. So that's why it was those performances in Australia in that T20 World Cup which saw several teams bid high for him, and he went for 18.5 crores to Punjab, right? Now, he didn't ask for that money. He's not going to say anything against that. But is he giving the kind of performances 18.5 crore expects you to? Absolutely not. He's played 9 matches, 7 wickets. The economy is about 9.5. Strike rate is 43. Averages don't really matter, but he's just not giving. And like the names you just took, Maya, he's also falling in that cursed bracket of guys who are just not able to live up. I thought he captained pretty decently those 3-4 matches when Shikhar Dhawan was not there. But when you're not able to deliver in your core skill, and he's a bowler who bats a bit, it's really unfortunate both for Sam Curran and for the Punjab franchise.
Okay, we've also got to talk about the bowling. We've discussed this as to how that's the problem area for both these teams. I would think it's worse for Mumbai. Wouldn't you agree, Kushan? Let me get to Kushan, and I know Jamie will be leaving in just a bit, but the bowling. Piyush Chawla has been the standout bowler, and that says something without taking any credit away from how well Piyush Chawla has bowled. But if Piyush Chawla is your standout bowler, he's the one with maximum wickets, you really have to look at how things have gone wrong for you when it comes to your bowling.
No, there are two aspects to it, Neha. Piyush Chawla is one of the highest wicket takers. I think he's among the top two in the history of IPL for 62 seasons. If we check the record, he has around close to 180 wickets right now in IPL over 16 seasons. So he is a bowler who does well in IPL. He understands the T20 bowling, those 4 overs of bowling, and also I believe with each passing day, Mehan, and we will be talking about this till the cows come home, and for years from here on also, the skill of the younger generation of batters who are playing spin bowling, it is diminishing. It is diminishing, and therefore, a bit more skillful wrist spinners, you're not being able to pick up. Amit Mishra, look at Amit Mishra. You're not
absolutely.
Ravi Bishnoi still bowls maximum googly. You're still not able to pick him up.
Yeah.
You're still not able to pick him up after so many years. Like, you cannot say just that Ravi Bishnoi is being hammered match after match. There will be one odd match, even Rashid Khan gets hammered for 50 runs. But Ravi Bishnoi is not getting hammered. So similarly with Amit Mishra, you look at Piyush Chawla, these have been some of the most seasoned IPL bowlers. So the credit over there. But what happened with Mumbai Indians is that obviously they factored in that they will get Jofra Archer this year fully fit. That didn't happen. They probably also factored in that Bumrah will be fit. But thanks to the colossal mess up that has happened with his injury management, Bumrah is also not fit. So when you're looking at their bowling attack, Rohit plans primarily based on how Jofra and Bumrah will be taking care of his 8 overs.
Yeah, bit of a risk. Bit of a risk, though. Bit of a risk.
Yes. You have Arjun Tendulkar, who has done decently in the few matches. He has got chance, but obviously he is far from finished. He needs. There will be a lot of rough edges that needs to be. You need to fine tune those things, and that will be done. He has that ammunition around him and the team around him that will help him get better at his skill. Arshad Khan, I still find him. Yes, he has done well in the last match, but again, can you depend on him match after match? I have my serious doubts about it. So you might have another good match. Just like Delhi Capitals, we were talking like Gujarat should win it. Gujarat should have won it. But how did that
turn around? How did that turn around? How did that happen? That was brilliant. And that's why this IPL
said how it turned around.
Absolutely. And that's why this IPL has been fantastic, because on one day, 2 teams will chase down 200 plus totals. Then on other, you would have a team being able to defend 130 odd, and then you'd have the number 10 team in this IPL who will go on to beat number 1 team and very convincingly. But we've also got to talk a little. You were talking about wrist spinners, Jamie. If Jamie's still there, or is he still there? Okay, Jamie.
No, I'm there.
A quick one before I let you go. Kushan was talking about wrist spinners. Kushan was talking about slower bowlers and how they've done well, and how batters have really not been batting as well against spinners. But what's happening with Rahul Chahar? What seems to have gone wrong with Rahul Chahar? He's really struggled, and with him, Punjab have struggled.
I think Rahul Chahar has not been, at least at the IPL level, the same bowler since Mumbai let him go. I think that was a blow to his confidence. We saw him go to the T20 World Cup in 21. In fact, he knocked off Chahal from his place, but he didn't get a game there. He's just not been the same. Now, I think it's a mixture of confidence. He's not a bowler who really gives the ball a big rip. He's more one of those flatter bowler, relies on the googlies a lot. But like we have that saying in North India, Purana Chawal. He's not like Chawla and Mishra. Kushan is bilkul right in saying that why Chawla and Mishra are doing well is because they're relying on the same kind of bowling which has seen them do so well for 15 plus years, 17, 18 years on the domestic circuit. Now, Chahar does not have that kind of experience. So he's also been playing for a long time now. So I think the confidence that he lost after being discarded by Mumbai, it's somehow it's affected him. And his variations are down. He's gone for a lot of runs. It's just not a good sight for someone who at one time was, trying to push Chahal out of India's T20 team.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to let Jamie go, but there was another big news that came out today, which was Lucknow Super Giants skipper KL Rahul. He, in all probability, is out of the Indian Premier League after sustaining a serious injury during the team's last game against Royal Challengers Bangalore. Now, it is understood that it will be a race against time for BCCI's Sports Science and Medical team to get the senior batter keeper Rahul ready for the World Test Championship final in London from 7th of June. So Rahul injured his right thigh while sprinting towards the boundary to a Faf du Plessis cover drive of Marcus Stoinis's bowling. He is currently with the team in Lucknow. They're playing a match against Chennai Super Kings. As you know, he's expected to leave the camp on Thursday after watching the game against CSK today. His scans will be done in Mumbai at the BCCI's designated medical facility. And with that, if that wasn't, a big blow for Lucknow Super Giants, their veteran pacer Jaydev Unadkat, his shoulder's condition is also serious. He too is ruled out of the IPL, and it is learned that Jaydev Unadkat doesn't have a dislocation, but the shoulder isn't in great shape and he can't play IPL anymore as far as this season is concerned. Also, there's no clarity on whether he will be fit in time for the World Test Championship final. So big blow, not just for LSG, but also for India. There's a World Test Championship final, as we know. Rahul would have been the keeper batter in the middle order. I know that Kushan, that he was dropped from the last 2 test matches that India played against Australia due to lack of form. But, from what we've been hearing, that the team management was considering him as their keeper in the World Test Championship final. How do you see this playing out? Huge blow, but what will India look to do now in case he's not fit in time?
Well, there are 2 ways to look at it. I believe since you have KS Bharat already in the team,
yes,
and he's a designated specialist wicket keeper, you might not look at a second wicket keeper. But again, what happens if KS Bharat, who I believe will be there, I don't know whether he'll be flying with the team on 21st, but Gujarat is surely supposed to qualify for the playoffs. And if they're not playing Riddhiman Saha from the next match because he's not doing well, then Bharat now plays till the playoffs. So probably he will be flying on 29th. So in case Bharat has an injury, you need a specialist keeper over there.
Yes.
So in that case, Ishan Kishan, who was obviously in the squad for the Australia series, he was dropped over here at the expense that since you are thinking at Rahul as a keeper and you had KS Bharat, you are not thinking that Ishan will then be a third keeper, which is a luxury for a one-match series. But now, what happens if KS Bharat sustains an injury during a training session in England before the test match? You need a ready-made keeper, and it's not in Sri Lanka or Bangladesh that will fly him with 6 hours notice. You need an 8-hour flight to go to London. So probably Ishan Kishan is what I look at. But if the team management is ambitious and serious, they might just get, for exposure, put Yashasvi Jaiswal in that team. I don't believe Sarfaraz Ahmed, even if he's one of the, I'm hearing that he's in that standby list, obviously because of his phenomenal red ball season for Mumbai. But who is ready for international cricket? Yashasvi is ready for international cricket.
But what happens? What about Ajinkya Rahane?
Ajinkya Rahane plays. Ajinkya Rahane, now with Rahul not playing, if you ask me, this would probably be somewhere down the line. This will be, and now that you have also Umesh and Shardul, you do not know their fitness status also. Still, it's not very clear how fit they are because Shardul is not bowling for KKR. So if you ask me, Rohit and Gill open. Obviously, Pujara comes in at number 3 and Virat Kohli comes in at number 4. And now at 5, you will have to have Ajinkya Rahane now. If you cannot get KL Rahul fit, which is unlikely, if it's a quadricep tear, he's out, he's gone for 6 weeks at least. And even if he gets fit in a month, he will not get fit for the test match, because first you need to do your rehab, then you need to hit the nets, and then you need to play the match. So you don't have that kind of time if that happens. So 5 is Rahane. 6 you'll have to play KS Bharat now, a specialist keeper. Then 7 and 8 you have the 2 all-rounders, Ashwin and Jadeja. You have to play oval. Normally it helps the spinner as the match progresses.
Yeah.
But you do not know first week of June how it will be. Like if you play in July, August, it does help the spinners from 3rd day onwards.
So the part that I think, I don't know, you can tell us more about this, but KS Bharat as a batter, yes, as a keeper, fine,
is
but
a concern.
Exactly. That's my thing.
Is a concern.
Yeah.
Is a concern. Then you have to take Ishan Kishan over there and play him. But again, with Ishan Kishan, how confident are you that he can, if it's 4 for 32 and you have like Mitchell Stark and Josh Hazelwood bowling, like the firing the rocks, like, do you expect Ishan Kishan to stand? No. I do not know. Like, I haven't seen a lot of red ball cricket of Ishan Kishan to at least come to a judgment, because we do not have all the Ranji Trophy match live telecast. So I, for one, I will be very honest, I haven't seen Ishan Kishan's red ball games live. I haven't. So I do not know. Like Yashasvi Jaiswal, we have seen a lot of red ball domestic cricket live.
And he's ready. He's ready for the next step. He's ready for the big plunge.
He's ready.
Okay.
He's ready. Sarfaraz and Yashasvi for me.
Okay, Yashasvi for Kushan. Let's also talk about the match that is being delayed right now. Match delayed by rain. Lucknow Super Giants versus Chennai Super Kings. 125 for 7. They were really struggling. It was almost like the match against Royal Challengers Bangalore. Batters just unable to get going. This is a track that, I don't know, Lucknow will go back after the season is over, Kushan, and we'll wonder what happened to that. Like, where did what is the strategy behind, what is the tactic behind getting this kind of a track, and what happens to your home advantage? Because clearly right now CSK and MS Dhoni will say thank you very much, thank you for making us feel at home, because this is a perfect track where my spinners love to bowl. And look at that, Moeen Ali 2 for 13, Theekshana has got a couple of wickets. Of course, Patirana has also got wickets, but it's the spinners who have ruled. And the one delivery that Jadeja, the way Jadeja dismissed Marcus Stoinis, where the ball turned from leg stump to off, Marcus Stoinis was absolutely shocked. He was stunned by that delivery. This is now, I'm wondering what seems to be happening. I mean, you've done all your homework, you figured out in the auction what players to buy, you know that this was going to be a home and away kind of an IPL, you still end up getting this kind of a wicket for your team. You're really not helping them.
I don't think LSG is supposed to be blamed. Blame it on UPCA or I do not know whether what BCCI's Pitches and Grounds Committee was thinking when they thought of relaying the pitch before the IPL. This is a relayed new surface, and the surface isn't doing all that well. But I believe this surface will only get better with time, and by the time you have the World Cup matches over here, India is supposed to play at least one World Cup match at this venue. And because it's one of the designated venues of the World Cup, it will get better. At this point of time, Lucknow is paying the price of a relayed pitch, which isn't conducive for batting. Like this pitch is going to get better. This pitch will take time, because
the other thing, I'm sorry,
has happened just after relaying the pitch. Like it's still not prepared pitch.
Okay, sure. Just explain this to us. Before the match began, they were talking about how the earlier match was played between Royal Challengers Bangalore was played on the red soil pitch, and today's is black soil, I don't see any difference. The ball is still turning. It is still difficult to bat here. It's a very tacky wicket.
And you have bald patches of grass.
Yeah.
So if if you
are
can
you telling me that
LSG?
Are you telling me that LSG would have had no say? They couldn't have called up UPC and said, "Look, we want wickets that suit our bowlers."
No, they can. But once the relaying of the pitches with the Pitches and Grounds Committee of the BCCI and also with the State Association. So you can ask what is offered to you. You can ask them to alter, mix and match on basis of that. But
sure.
The problem happened that after relaying of the pitch, this hasn't been a pitch which is conducive for a good, enjoyable T20 match. Yes, you are having low-scoring thriller, but at the end of the day, this is also a kind of cheating the cricket, the paying public who come to T20 for entertainment. They want to see those big sixes. You don't want 120 matches. Yes, 1 or 2 or 120 matches is good, but at least you want to see 160, 175 kind of match. I'm not saying you always want to see a 230 and a 160 kind of a match where there's no competition, but at least have a 160 to 175 kind of a match where batters and bowlers make their presence felt in equal measure. That is not happening, and that is my problem simply with this like Ekana Stadium pitch. The relaying hasn't happened at the right time.
Can I tell you something? I don't know if Lucknow Super Giants fans are already thinking about it, but after what happened off the pitch, after the match between Virat Kohli and Gautam Gambhir, for a team that starts losing, say, or they are not doing as well, how much of an impact will that have on the team's environment? I mean, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that when you're winning everything, you can look past anything and everything. Will this have any negative impact on the team itself? Because there is a lot of noise around it. There is still this conversation about Gambhir not being right. Yeah. Gambhir not being right. Should he have done that? He's a coach. He's a sitting MP. I'm wondering whether this will, impact the players.
I think the owners must have had a conversation with Gautam Gambhir. They will have, but that will be a very informal, friendly kind of conversation. That will not be a kind of a rap on the knuckles, because what Gautam was fronting up for his teammates. He was, let me be devil's advocate over here. He was fighting for Naveenul Haq and Kyle Mayers. Who are they? Why would Gautam put his reputation on line to fight for them? Because they are his team players, so he was fighting for them. Whether the way he fought it, the way it panned out was right or wrong, can be questioned, and probably it was not right. Probably you don't, as Anand Vasu said yesterday, that is something, if you have seen, you cannot make it unseen if you have once seen it. So the truth of the matter is that. But he was fronting up for his teammates. Like, if the teammates stand by him and say that he was fighting for us, he was having our back over there. So that is what we want. Like if you're going into the battlefield, you want when it comes to that, Gautam Gambhir is a guy, if he feels for you. If I've known Gautam Gambhir a little bit, I can't claim that I'm Gautam Gambhir's friend. I'm not a friend of any of the cricketers. But if I've known Gautam Gambhir a little bit and have interacted with him on occasion, if he feels that he wants to stand for you, he will stand for you if the whole world is against you. He has his own set of ideas. He has his own, he's a very strongly opinionated person, but he has an opinion. He is not a fence sitter.
Now, there's something else that happened today, which brought a smile to all our faces, which is just before the game between Lucknow Super Giants and Chennai Super Kings, when MS Dhoni walked out for the toss against LSG in Lucknow amid loud reception from the crowd, as we've so often seen. I mean, when it comes to MS Dhoni, and especially this IPL, home and away means nothing. Fans are there out to see him, because many believe that this could be his last time. But when Danny Morrison tried to ask him about his potential retirement after IPL 2023, this is what Danny Morrison said. He said, clearly, this wonderful swan song tour, your last, how are you enjoying it? So, Morrison asked Dhoni after the CSK skipper won the toss and opted to bowl first against LSG. And MS Dhoni, in a typical style, said, oh, you've decided it's my last, which was kind of a cheeky response with him, smiling and saying, oh, you've decided, sir, it's my last, which again left fans wondering, guessing whether he's returning next year, will he be playing? And this was typically what MS Dhoni has done in the past as well when he's been asked about retirement and, hasn't made it very clear. But Kushan, right now, the way I see it in this IPL, he is by far the most loved cricketer. Everybody loves MS Dhoni.
Everyone loves MS Dhoni because of the kind of person he is,
yeah,
the kind of vibes that he gives, the kind of cool quotient that he has. He is your captain for life and beyond that. And he is the guy you would want to jam with, want to share a coffee with, you want to hear him speak. And people say that, those who know him say that MS Dhoni's door in the hotel room is always open. You come over there, take the PlayStation, play the PlayStation, pick up the room phone, call up the room service, order what you want. You want to have some cricketing discussion, you want to discuss something, do that. But do not indulge in small talks, bitching, backbiting. Do not do that. You're not welcome over there. Some cricketers who have spent nights and eat, drink, want to have fun, want to have serious cricketing discussion, do that and do the job. That is the kind of person. He's the kind of person who understands how matches need to be won. CSK is not an academy. CSK doesn't groom players. Yes, they are now grooming players, but CSK wants ready-made players. They will prepare players the way they want to. Ruturaj is an example of that. Tushar Deshpande and Rajvardhan Hangargekar are more, I believe, what I would say that forced kind of inclusion. If Deepak Chahar is there, you don't need those players. But like I'll tell you, Ambati Raidu is nearing an end. Today he had a cryptic tweet. If you see Ambati Raidu's tweet, that probably you know that you are nearing an end. When you see all your teammates are doing commentary, some in politics, you know that your end is near. So probably Ambati also knows that probably next season he won't be there. They are preparing a guy called Sheikh Rashid Meha, and watch him out. This guy, in next 2 to 3 years time, you'll hear more, and we'll talk more about this guy. Under 19 World Cup, his name is Sheikh Rashid. A terrific stylish player. If you talk to people who follow the junior circuit, they will speak highly. You will not see him probably this year, but you will certainly see him next year. In that place, he is being prepared. So with MS Dhoni, you don't want MS Dhoni to leave. You probably want like Colonel C.K. Naidu played first-class cricket till his late 50s. You want MS Dhoni to come back again and again. And probably just keep wickets and then be the impact player and leave with MS Dhoni. But having said all that, 2 matches in Chepauk, 2 playoffs in Chepauk. BCCI and IPL scheduling team are prudent enough to know why they have kept those 2 matches in Chennai, because knowing that Ahmedabad will always host those marquee finals. So why Chennai has been given those 2 matches, we all know.
Absolutely,
and that we all can understand.
That was my first reaction as soon as I saw that press release from BCCI, and I said, oh great, we know exactly why those 2 have been scheduled at Chepauk. But thank you so much, Kushan. Always a pleasure to have you on the show with your insight. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Okay, time for us to wrap this up. But just before we wrap this up, this is another bit of news, and this has been going on for a while, but today, Indian Olympic Association President P.T. Usha, she reached Delhi's Jantar Mantar and she met the wrestlers who are protesting for the last 11 days. The grapplers are on protest against Wrestling Federation of India, the chief of Wrestling Federation of India, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, who according to them has sexually harassed several women wrestlers. Usha was seen conversing with wrestlers Sakshi Malik, Vinesh Fogart and Bajrang Punia at the site. She reached the protesting site almost a week after she said that sportspersons protesting on the streets amounted to indiscipline and were tarnishing the image of the country. This came after Sports Minister Anurag Thakur had insisted that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government has always stood with the players and sportsmen, and the athletes are their priority. Later on, wrestler Bajrang Punia, he told ANI that PT Usha said that she's standing with the wrestlers and that she will get them justice, also that she's an athlete first than anything else. But the wrestlers at this moment are continuing to sit there on that dharna. They are continuing with their fight against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. They've said that only once he's arrested will they stop this at Jantar Mantar. Well, hopefully there is a solution. Hopefully there is a resolution. Hopefully they get justice for what they've been fighting for a while now. 11 days this time around, but in January they had already complained about the WFI president, and now they're still waiting for him or for Delhi police to take action against him. That's it then on this special. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.